guys, it's Mina. Welcome back to another nighttime pouring edition. We have some new colors that we are going to be talking about tonight. I was watching the fantastic, amazing Gina DeLuca, and she's been doing these tests with Pebeo Studios pouring medium and with their paint. And I was watching that, and she's using this Pebeo Studios blue-green that was just so beautiful. So I got thinking about that one, and also my metallic cobalt. So we kind of want to play with those two, even though they're very close together. I want to sort of experiment with them and see how they do next to each other and in between more solid contrasting colors. So this is a 24 by 24 inch gallery wrapped canvas from Loft. I'll push that out of the way real quick and I will show you my colors. So the first one we're going to be using is that Loft metallic cobalt blue. And this is, it's probably one of my favorite. This stuff's so amazing. Everything is mixed with Liquitex gloss medium and the paint and some Floetrol. And then I also added some GAC 800 into here because it has been super hot here lately and it really does help your stuff not crack. We've had more than 100-degree days and I've poured almost every single day and nothing has cracked because I've added GAC. Not a lot. So for a 16-ounce cup, I probably, like, this is full and I added maybe a teaspoon of GAC to each cup, and that's plenty. So just be careful and be cautious that, you know, it might take a couple days longer for your stuff to dry if you're using the GAC 800, but that's its function, to slow down your drying time so it doesn't crack. Okay, so that's the metallic cobalt. The next one you're using is Golden's Prussian Blue, and this is just like such an ASMR moment. Just this, it's so pretty. I've been sitting here stirring paint. But it's such a beautiful color, and the GAC 800 really does add shininess and extra glossiness that I can see. Like before I put it in, I had everything mixed with pouring medium and Floetrol, and then I added the GAC, and after I stirred, I was like, wow, it's all so much shinier, especially the metallic one. It's really, really cool. Okay, so that's the Prussian Blue. This one is Golden's Permanent Deep Violet. Beautiful color. I love this. So this whole palette is very reminiscent of Into the Deep that I did, which was a ring pour with Golden's turquoise, actually, and some Payne's gray and white and a purple, the Permanent Deep Violet. And I ended up doing that one again, which was deeper Into the Deep. And I really liked it. I was watching that video tonight. So this is, I sort of want to layer it similar to that, but we're going to be playing with these different colors. So this one is the one that Gina was testing out. This is Pebeo Studio Acrylic, high viscosity paint in blue-green, iridescent. And that's this one, which is just a touch lighter than the Loft Cobalt. So it's a bit brighter, but that's just such a... But this is gorgeous too. This has like a very gold shimmer to it. And it is beautiful. It mixed up nice and easy and just... beautiful, beautiful stuff. So I really like these three, and I really like that. And so I have high hopes for this. So I think this is going to be kind of cool. Okay, this next one is Loft in the Glacier Blue. So Pearl Glacier Blue from Arteza. And just like I'm in love with the pistachio because it does magical things and shows up as pearl instead of green, this Glacier Blue sort of still has that same property. So... you know, I can pair it with things like it's a white, but it won't dull down those things, which is really, really cool. I really love that. So speaking of white, we have some Loft Flow Acrylic in white mixed with DecoArt Americana Decor Satin Enamels in pure white. Pretty, pretty stuff. Okay. And then another DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics, this time in 24 karat gold. Actually, this is not. This is the Extreme Sheen. DecoArt Extreme Sheen in 24 karat. The little 2-ounce bottles. Okay. So that's cool stuff. This is a tiny bit thinner than I want, but I didn't want to pour another whole bottle in there. So I didn't really want gold to be super, super prevalent, but I do want a little bit more sparkle in here. Okay, so let's start and layer our cup. I've missed my cup. We've been doing open cups and all sorts of other things, but I've missed pouring out of my cup. So, okay. What I watched deeper Into the Deep, the second one, the first time I layered the cup, I used the Payne's gray as the base, the very, very first color, and it was really cool, but I ended up repouring it because I wanted more white in there, so I'm just going to kind of go with that again, sort of. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of white in the bottom of the cup. Not a lot. Literally like that much. Maybe just a tiny bit more. Okay. And then some gold. Because I think, if I'm right, I have this figured out. And that white and that gold are going to be what's on the edges of those fingerlings. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Okay. Now we're going to come in with some of our permanent deep violet. And we're going to use the, you know what, I'm going to put a layer of the Glacier Blue in there first. Now we're going to use the metallic Cobalt from Loft. I'm going to kind of put a thicker layer in there because I really want it to show up. Okay. Let's go back to the white. So a couple of you have messaged me and say, you know, my paintings turn out. I'm still doing that. What the heck? Said your paintings get muddy. So one of the things that you can do to combat that is to use thicker layers. You know, don't use a whole bunch of little teeny tiny layers and then expect the paint to not blend, or they are going to show up less if you have smaller layers. So you want to, you know, kind of a bigger layer of things so that the color actually really shows up. Okay, I'm going to now we're going to put the Pebeo Studios in there. That's such a beautiful color too. It really is gorgeous. Okay. I think I want to, well, no. Okay, let's put some gold on the other side of that. And then some more white. I'm going to come back to the Prussian Blue again. And I'm going to put a very thin layer of that Glacier Blue. And then some more permanent deep violet. And some of the, which one did we use last? We used this one? Yeah, okay. Prussian. And one more layer of the Cobalt. Okay. Alright, and I think I'm just going to end it with a little bit of gold on top because we're going to be pouring into a puddle of gold. Okay, so let's move that over. Let me move these out of the way. Get rid of this. So this is a 24 by 24 inch gallery wrap canvas. For that size canvas, we need roughly 21 ounces of paint, which is exactly how much is in this cup now. Okay. So, should we pour into a puddle of gold? Yes. Alright. Okay, I'm going to put some gold in the center. Kind of give that a second to spread out a bit. And we're going to do a ring pour, fantasy pour thing. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Aye, lass.
Okay, here we go. Okay, give that a quick torch. Actually, I'm not going to torch it yet. So, I want to use my white, I think, as my background base coat color. And this is really thick. So I'm going to get a little cup and thin some of that out. So the reason I'm not thinning out what's in this cup is because if I need to pour something again, then I already have white paint ready to go. It's not all thinned out and I have to go think about mixing more. Shove this down again a little bit more so it's back centered. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, let's pour this around. I think we might need a little bit more. Thin out a little bit more white. I'm going to give our paint something nice and smooth to slide around on. Okay, so this is gorgeous. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. This is so pretty, and that's beautiful too. So let's torch it. That's really cool. Okay.
I can feel that heat all the way up here.
Can you? That's because you're hot stuff, baby.
I got you though.
Okay. Okay, so this is really beautiful in here. I'm loving this, and I'm loving... Okay, so this is awesome. Let's stretch this out now. Here we go. I love ring pours. They're just so pretty. I'm just walking it down the canvas so it spreads out evenly. You see that white is about to go off. That's perfect. Now this is where a lot of people get stuck. Should you take it all off or should you leave the corner white? I'm going to say take it off, because just tilt it really slow. Because if you don't, then you have to work twice as hard to get it to come back. And I am going to cheat, and I'm going to take some of this paint and just put it up here. And pull this over so it slides nice and easy. Because you don't want to lose too much of that, but you don't want to have to come back to it either. Okay, that's perfect. Now we're going to get down to the other side. Back to the center first. That white, and now the white is sliding. That's good. If we start rolling over ourselves, I might stop and put a little bit more white on there, but I think it's going to be okay. You just got to be patient with it. Go slow. I don't really want to lose any of those fingerlings, so I think I'm going to stop right there for right now. I might come back to that corner, maybe not. But I don't want to lose this stuff because it's really pretty. Okay. Go back to the center. Left in the cup. Let's see if we just can't put some of this over the corner here. Come on. There's not much left in there, so. Come back to that. Okay, so where's the weight of the paint? Back in the middle. Okay, we're gonna go down that corner now. And see it start to move. Nice and easy. And now it's pushing the white. No, kiddo, don't do that. No. I'm sorry, dude. It's such a bummer when that happens. Okay. I'm just gonna go right off that corner. Okay, so now that the paint is done, I'm going to take over. I do want to go off that corner now. Go away, bug. Okay. See, there's already a lot of paint there, and that paint that I put on the edge helped a lot. So now it's starting to slide down that way. I'm going to try to keep the little fingerling thingies and just get rid of that gold. I'm going to bring it back. And let those open up and tilt it down towards the center as well. I'm trying to shrink this a little bit, but still keep it pretty much close to the center. But then that side gets scrunched up, so. And I keep bringing it back. So the solution to this would be to take some paint off of this side, but I don't think I want to. Because I really like what's happening in here. This is really pretty. Okay, so let me wipe my hands off, and then we're going to look and see if we can see the difference between the Pebeo Studio acrylics and the Artist Loft metallic cobalt. Very pretty. Sorry there. Okay. When did you escape? This fascinates me. Okay. So we don't drip. I see the metallic cobalt for sure right in here, in this part. And I see up here some of the Pebeo Studios one, the blue-green, because it's lighter and more shimmery, and it definitely does have some green to it. I guess we do have to take a little bit off of there. Otherwise we're not going to be able to open this side up. We're just going to take a little bit off. Take it back down. Now this side is going to be anchored, and it's going to stay, and it's going to let the middle move back more freely. So we can shrink that center part a little bit. Okay. It's pretty. Very pretty. So anyway, yeah, I see the Pebeo Studios blue-green up in here more, and then I see the metallic cobalt. So there's, and then we also had that Glacier blue, remember, which I do see a little bit of it in there. So the theory about the fingerlings with the white and the gold in the bottom of the cup first, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I really like that part. I'm going to stretch that side out a little bit more. Shrink that thing back down. Composition is important, and I'm not worried about going back and forth, because that actually sort of activates the satin enamels to start giving you that poofy, cloudy effect, and these really pretty lines spreading out. Ooh, that's a really cool cell. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, no, this is really pretty. Oh, looks like there's a drip. If you drip, just sort of follow the natural line. I actually don't mind having a heart. But, okay. Okay, so I'm going to take my blue and just sort of go over some of these corners and edges that need a little bit of color on them. Because I'm not liking when I touch the drips, it gets sort of this like very light lavender, which I don't really want. I'd rather have dark, dark, dark blue on the corners. So we just put a little bit there. It's all good. Okay. How did they escape? I like it. I do like it. I just wish that thing would collapse a little bit more. I think I'm going to lose a little bit of this purple. I don't know. I guess it's kind of neat with that thing spread out a little bit because you can see all the lines, but I really don't like the fish skeleton thing that happens, which is why I keep trying to shrink it down. I think I'm going to take a little bit more off of this side over here. And we're just going to let this part float right back down. I liked it better before. Okay. Got weird. I think it got stretched out when I took some of the purple off. Alright, well, I think we're going to leave that like that. It is very pretty, and there's some beautiful parts in it. So, I think it's going to dry really, really nice. And I'm excited to see when the metallic cobalt, which is more prevalent over there, versus the Pebeo Studios one over here. So it'll be very cool. Cool experiment. Not quite sure why I used white, because I'm starting to get these little white cells on the corners, and I don't really like that. So if you don't want white little cells, use a different color as your base coat. Flow extender color. So gold. I like gold. I'm not going to pour it again, though. So this is cool. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And I will show you when it's dry. Have a great evening. Okay, so this is a couple of days later and it's dry. This is a really cool piece. So after I took it inside to the studio, the center was bugging me. Had that like fish skeleton thing going on with the white because there was still too much paint on there. And I ended up tilting some of the paint off. And I still didn't like the center, so then I repoured a little bit, maybe like 2-3 ounces into the center again, just to fix that ring. And I'm glad I did, because I like this a lot better. So, but other than that, it should be the same as the last time you guys saw it. But this has some really, really beautiful parts. I love this bottom section down here. Really beautiful lines. I love the way the gold is blending, especially with the purple, the permanent deep violet right in there. All this white has like this kind of purple cast to it. Very cool stuff. And up here, there's this really beautiful part right in there. I love that. So this pour was testing the metallic cobalt versus the Pebeo Studios blue-green. Green-blue? Blue-green. Blue-green, I think. But, I think maybe because I tilted it so much, that experiment is not really valid on this piece anymore, but you do see the metallic cobalt really, really beautifully in here. And then this lighter turquoise color, I think is the Pebeo Studios. You can see it up in here, and it's very pretty. It's very soft. Of course, it is next to white, so that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can see it very, very well on this piece. But I did want to show you guys this one when it's dry. So after we finished shooting, I still had some paint left, so I poured another piece, and I will show you that one right now because you can actually see the color difference on that one much better. Hang on one second. Okay, so this is the other one. This is an 18 by 24. I really like the way this one turned out. I kind of like it more than the other one. Just really crisp lines. Beautiful detail. You can see all the colors. You can see the metallic cobalt. You can see the blue-green Pebeo one. You can see the, look at that, how sharp that, just so pretty. That definition is gorgeous. I love these lines. My daughter said this was a cosmic avocado. This was actually 2 ring pours. There was one over here, and then I poured another one and then just tilted it off. But instead of tilting it all the way, I just left this part because I really liked how it looked. It's pretty cool stuff. Beautiful lines in there. And the permanent deep violet at the top. But so between the Pebeo Studios and the metallic cobalt, I kind of like the metallic cobalt a little bit better. I love the way that it dries. I mean, I guess I didn't use as much of the Pebeo Studios, but you can see it down in here a little bit more. Some of that Glacier blue. So this was just the rest of the paints that I had left. It's a beautiful color, but if I had to pick which one I like better, I would definitely go with the Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt. So that's cool. Let me get the other one up again so you can see it. Okay, so that's both of them together. It's pretty cool. It was a good painting day. I had a lot of fun. So we first did Into the Deep and then Deeper Into the Deep. So I think this one is going to be Out of the Deep. And that's pretty neat. And that's our cosmic avocado. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and, you know, our experiments and checking things. I hope you guys had a good time. I really did. I'll see you guys for the next one. Have a great day.